Hi everyone, it's Nova Wolf. Welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 to my toxic friendship story time. So I was at work one day and my phone's being blown up through texts, calls, and voicemails. And obviously since I'm working I can't pick up right there and then. So after work I see all of it from Peaches. And so I called Peaches back and I asked them what's up. And they're like, hey, I saw messages between you and Blue Bunny about how you don't like the guy that I'm trying to hook you up with. And so I believe you're trying to use him. And so I get mad, obviously, and I'm going at Peaches at this time saying, no, you knew from the start I had feelings for Dustin. There's no reason why you should be shocked by this or anything like that. Like, I was so mad. And at the end of it, they were like, oh, it's probably they didn't say probably. They said it was a misunderstanding and hung up the phone. That's exactly what happened, is that they said it was a misunderstanding and hung up the phone. And so I tried to I tried to call Blue Bunny afterwards, and Blue Bunny answered, and that's when I find out is that when Blue Bunny was washing the dishes, Blue Bunny's back was facing everyone and couldn't see that Peaches reached for their phone and looked through the messages between me and them, which is totally rude, disrespectful, and not okay. Like, you don't go and grab somebody's phone without their permission, ever. That's just rude and disrespectful. And then, like, to have the nerve to accuse me of using somebody when all the work was done by Peaches. Peaches told this dude that I liked him and wanted to be with them when I never said that. I'm even more mad at the dude, though, because of the fact that eventually this dude got a hold of my number, right? And he was texting me. Not once did he ask me if I was interested in him or if I wanted to date him. Not once. So it's just kind of like, if you're an adult, be adult enough to ask me yourself instead of having to go through somebody if I like you or not. And so whatever, that happened, and I mean, the only person that was using this kid was Peaches, because Peaches was the only one who asked this person all the time to give him rides. I only once asked for them to help me out with a ride, and that was it. And I didn't tell this dude I had any feelings for him. That was Peaches. That was all Peaches. That was not me. But anyways, after that, I ended up being all sad and depressed about him not liking me and whatever and whatnot, because I just wanted to appease Peaches at the time so the drama would stop and I won't have to deal with it. But it just made things worse, like a dummy for thinking that. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea, but it wasn't, because after that, he ended up showing up after me and Dustin making 2 months in advance in December to hang out and catch up on things. And me being a doofus, I forgot on that day in December was the same day as Peaches' birthday. And so December rolls around and Peaches hits me up and was like, hey, you coming to my birthday? And I told him, well, I already made plans to hang out with Dustin 2 months in advance. And they got mad because I wasn't coming to their birthday, so I told them if it was okay if Dustin came with. And they told me that it was 100% fine for Dustin to be with me at their birthday and to sleep over. So Dustin's with me the day before Peaches' birthday, and we're in Peaches' living quarters. We're on the floor laying down and we're whispering and talking to each other. And not once did we make out, not once did we kiss each other, nothing. We were just whispering because of the fact that Peaches' parent was literally right next door to Peaches' room, and they have very thin walls, so I'm not gonna talk loudly while people are trying to sleep late at night and people are like 2 feet from me watching TV. Yeah, I'm gonna talk as loud as possible. wake up the whole house, disturb you while you're watching stuff. Yeah, that's how that's gonna go. No, but me and Dustin were whispering, and Peaches gets up, tells me to meet them out in the hallway. That is when I went out in the hallway, told me that I'm being rude and disrespectful, and I'm hurting the person that Peaches tried to hook me up with. And whatever and whatnot. And ended up telling me that either me or Dustin would have to leave or sleep somewhere else. So I decided to sleep opposite directions of Dustin and didn't say a word to him the rest of the night. And because Dustin came down to hang out with me on that day because we planned it, a ride had to bring him here to where I lived. And so I had to get him transported back to his ride the morning of going to Mall of America with Peaches for their birthday. And the person who dropped Dustin off, ended up telling us that he lost his ride, they left him there, that he's stuck here and whatever and whatnot. So obviously I'm gonna freak out because this kid came to see me. I'm not gonna just be like, well, whatever, you're on your own. No, that's not the type of person I am. I'm a big worrywart, and because of my anxiety, it makes it 10 times worse. For those of you who have anxiety and know what exactly I'm talking about, yeah. And so all this stuff was just rushing through my mind while thinking that he was left behind by his ride to get back home. And I couldn't get a hold of this person. Like, I tried really hard to message him, and Dustin is the type of person where the only way you can contact him is through a phone app, which it has to be connected to Wi-Fi for him to get anything. So obviously trying to get a hold of this kid was seriously like hitting my head up against the wall. But anyways, I was really upset and just distraught at the fact that all this was happening. We get to the mall, and Scully, another one of mutual friends of me and Peaches, comes, and we hang out for a bit, and then Scully asks me if I could go with them to go and help them pick out a present for their significant other who had the same birthday as Peaches on that day. So, as nice as I am, and because I was friends with Scully at this point in time, I told him, yes, I'll go and help you. So I told the person who gave Dustin a ride, who told me that Dustin was abandoned, told this kid, hey, we're gonna go. I'm gonna help him pick out something for his significant other, and we'll be right back. So Mia and Scully leave, whatever. We get to Spencer's in Mall of America, and lo and behold, you can call it fortune, you can call it luck, you can call it whatever you want, but he was there. Dustin was right there. Couldn't get a hold of this kid, and he was right there in Spencer's as soon as I walked in. And obviously I'm pretty mad seeing him perfectly fine, not abandoned. His ride's right there next to him. So I'm wondering down the line on how that got miscommunicated, obviously. But I'm too pissed off at this point to even want to acknowledge the situation. But Dustin comes up to me, asks me what's wrong. I told him I'm just upset and I want to drop it. That's it. And so after that, we decided to all hang out once again, because now that I know he's safe, I don't have to freak out, but I am still very pissed. I call up Peaches, and I told Peaches, hey, I ran into Dustin, we all want to meet up here, is that okay? And they got upset, but they did agree to meet at the store that Dustin and his ride wanted to go to. And I was hoping that we could all just hang out and have a lovely rest of the day. You know, just have a good day after all that. But apparently that's too much to ask for. So after that happened, we get to the store. Peaches ends up coming in and zooms right past me, and I'm like, what the F? Find out from somebody that Peaches believed I ditched them for Dustin, which isn't the case, because if I wanted to ditch anybody, I wouldn't have called to all of us meet up in one place so we can all hang out. Second, I would have left the mall with Dustin and just hung out with him the rest of the day if I wanted to ditch anybody. So, but that didn't happen. After that though, me and Dustin split ways, goes home with his ride, I go home with Peaches, And I'm supposed to end up going with Peaches back to their place to meet up with Blue Bunny, but that didn't happen because then Peaches ended up lying to me, saying that their parent told them that I could not come over and that I would have to be dropped home off immediately. Couldn't even get my stuff from their house, just got dropped off, and it was agreed upon that Peaches would drop my stuff off on Monday. Monday rolled around and no call, no text, no show, nothing. I had to call Peaches and ask Peaches where my stuff was at, and they told me that they were busy, but they would eventually drop my stuff off. And then I ended up hearing from Peaches on how their pet had pooped and had literally pooped in and around my makeup box. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. This is my makeup box. Before it used to have, okay, so my makeup box used to have two little strings on the side where if you hold it straight, it would shut kind of like this automatically. I had to bump it with my chest because it doesn't do that anymore, but when I originally had it, that's what it did. And obviously you can see that I have plastic covers. There's a reason I have these plastic covers is because in case anything happens to the casing, I can still salvage the makeup, right? Well, when Peaches was telling me that their pet had pooped in and around the makeup box, I was under the impression at this time that they had it in their possession. Like, they literally made it sound like they still had my makeup box in their possession, that they don't know what to do with it, whatever. So when I asked for pictures, all of a sudden everything switched up and they were like, oh, sorry, threw it away. Can't. So that was a red flag for me, and then ended up hanging out with Blue Bunny later that same week. And we ended up going to go pick up the rest of my stuff from Peaches. Couldn't even walk through the front door. Peaches just hands me my stuff except for my makeup box. So then we go home. I leave it at that. And then around Christmas and New Year's, I went to go hang out with Blue Bunny. And because Domo and their family live literally are neighbors of Blue Bunny, they're really, like, they're across the hall. So I was at Blue Bunny's, and because Domo was with their family for the holiday, they ended up hanging out at Blue Bunny's place while I was there at the same time. And I was smoking a cigarette, and that's when I took the opportunity to ask Domo, hey, you know that makeup box I brought on Peaches' birthday? They told me yes. I asked them, are they currently using it? They told me yes, Peaches is currently using your makeup box. I'm like, oh. They're like, why? Told them that Peaches lied to me, saying that they threw away my stuff. And they're like, nope, it's still there. It's still in one piece. And so then after that, me, Blue Bunny, and Domo sat in a circle, talked about all the things that we were told by Peaches, and then started connecting dots about things we were lied to about from Peaches. And mind you, we have confronted Peaches many a times about many different things, even minor things. And even with the minor things, Peaches still couldn't admit that they did the stuff and just say sorry and not do it again. But, you know, talking to somebody who will never admit their faults and make you feel like it's all your fault, that's what happens. But anyways, we sat in a circle, found out exactly the things that we were being lied to about from Peaches. And then the next day after that, Blue Bunny wakes up, I wake up, Blue Bunny gets a text from Peaches, and they're going at it, yelling, well, not yelling, but texting over stuff. And then Blue Bunny finally blurts out to Peaches and is like, hey, you know what, we know that you have the makeup box. And at this point in time, I was pretending that I had no idea what was going on. So then later that day, at night, I get a call from Peaches. They're like, hey, what's up? And I told them I was washing dishes for Blue Bunny. And they're like, oh, you're at Blue Bunny's? I was like, yeah. And they hung up the phone. Then I was like, okay. And then the next thing I know, I'm getting a text pretty much just saying sorry and admitting to stealing my makeup box. And then we agreed that I would go and pick it up that night. And that same night, that is when I decided to stop being friends with Peaches. I couldn't do it anymore. I was to the point where I was too emotionally, mentally, and starting to physically get drained from everything that this person was doing. And it was just so bad. Like, literally, the friendship I had with Peaches was so manipulative and abusive, and just, I couldn't take it anymore. Like, I didn't think one person could literally take so much out of you until I stopped being friends with Peaches. And so, you know, we're gonna fast forward. It's been 3 years since I've stopped talking to Peaches, but we're gonna fast forward to last year. Peaches ended up making a Domo account, a fake Domo account, and messaging Dustin. And the first message that Dustin got was, "Hey, I have to admit to you, man, me and Nova did stuff." And after I stopped being friends with Peaches is when Domo and Peaches broke up. And at that time when they broke up, right after they broke up, Peaches went around telling people that me and Domo hooked up when we never did. That never happened. So I'm just, what? Anyways, but yeah, so that's what the first message was about from the fake Domo account. And then after that, after the first message that Peaches had sent from the fake Domo account, I messaged the real Domo after never talking to this kid ever before on Facebook. But yeah, that was the first time I ever messaged Domo on Facebook, asking them if they made a new account. They told me no. And then they asked me why. I sent them screenshots of the fake account, showing them everything this fake account was saying. Every single thing until the last message. And I find out while I'm asking the real Domo all this stuff and showing the real Domo all this stuff from the fake account. And Domo ends up telling me that they're actually at a wedding, a family wedding. And so, yeah, obviously the real Domo wouldn't have time to be harassing me and my fiance and trying to split us up because they're at a wedding. Why, what? And also at that time they were dating somebody. So why would they jeopardize their own relationship? After the fake Domo account also tried to bring my friend Malik, we're gonna say, into the situation and telling through the fake Domo account to Dustin, saying that I know that Nova's been going over to Malik's place, having a lot of boys over, doing hardcore drugs, yada yada yada. And the thing that I know about Domo and Alec, they only met each other once, but have never talked to each other after that one time, and it's been so many years, and Domo has no idea where Malik lives anyway, at all. So, and me and Domo don't talk at all as friends, so how would Domo even know I'd hang out with Malik ever? So, obviously, lies. And they ended up, at the end of all the things, they were like, you'll see, Nova's gonna be exposed for all the hardcore drugs they have done, and the boys that she's been sleeping with, whatever, yada yada. And it went even as far as, hi guys, it's Nova Wolf. This is the ending of part 3, and I'll be putting the link to part 4 of my toxic friendship storytime video. So please stick around. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.